What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Movie Raised.
Some were more obvious than others. If you're not watching Riverdale, then you're missing out on so much. We strongly recommend starting the show as soon as possible. Based on Archie Comics, the show has reached an amazing success. The amazing stars KJ Apa, Camila Mendes, Lili Reinhart, and Cole Sprouse make a wonderful crew, and we guarantee you won't be disappointed. For every fan who binge-watched the show, from Breakfast at Tiffany's references to Riverdale's welcome signs, interesting facts, here are 12 things that only real fans noticed in Riverdale. Number 12. The Trip. Riverdale is full of pop culture references, even regarding the popular series Black Mirror. Not everyone noticed that when Hawking goes out of town after telling Archie and friends the things he knows regarding the murder of Jason Blossom, his bus is directed for a common destination. San Junipero is the place, and the city is additionally the title of one of the most famous episodes of Black Mirror. In it, there's a virtual world for the dead and a peaceful ending for the love story of the two women the story focuses on. The episode was released at a period where everyone was complaining of female actors dying on their beloved shows, so it was a perfect use in pop culture, and probably the best way to give those characters not-so-terrible ends.
Can't take things out the front. We have to take the side entrance.
Crowd's out there too, so pick your poison circuit.
Number 11. Breakfast at Tiffany's. As we previously mentioned, Riverdale is full of different kinds of references, and this one is just about Breakfast at Tiffany's. So if you ever had questions about what kind of town Riverdale is, the pilot said it all with a cinematic line from Veronica Lodge portrayed by Camila Mendes. "I'm Breakfast at Tiffany's, and this town is so in cold blood," she tells her new classmates. Both titles are books and movies by Truman Capote. The thing between the beauty of Breakfast at Tiffany's and the aspect of In Cold Blood, it gives on-the-spot description of just how lost Veronica was when she came into town. Number 10. Lolita. Mrs. Grundy, the character portrayed by Sarah Habel, is definitely one of Riverdale's most inharmonious people. You all probably remember when she began a sexual relationship with a teenage Archie. She was later brought out of town and killed. Since she's seen as a sexual predator, fans often link her to Lolita, Stanley Kubrick's 1962 adaptation of the 1955 Vladimir Nabokov novel. Lolita includes a middle-aged character portrayed by James Mason who has a sexual affair with a teenage girl, in the movie portrayed by Sue Lyon, who herself is described as a figure of seduction. As you can see, these red heart sunglasses are worn by both of them, which is not a coincidence. After all, attention to detail is everything.
Thank you for walking me home. I'll call you later. Good night.
Number 9. The red hair. Quite often, red-haired people have a bad status in movies and in TV shows, and they're often avoided. Not so good looking with different hairstyles and a lot of freckles, which by the way, we think is beautiful. However, our point is that we rarely see red-headed characters that are the most popular ones in the movie or a TV show, but this is not the case in Riverdale. Almost everyone is perfect and good looking. Oh, and quite hot. And this makes Riverdale different from every other show, since the most popular people in Riverdale have red hair. The Blossom twins, Cheryl and Jason, popular characters in their high schools by being captain of the cheerleading team, Cheryl, and the football team star, Jason. While Archie has a different story, but again, he's so handsome that everyone wants to be with him. Number 8. Riverdale's welcome sign. So much murder and so many secrets inside Riverdale. People often think that small towns are these gorgeous and pleasant places to be in, and Archie Comics have been filled with such anticipation. Now, the reference to Pep aims not only to that faith from the original comics. You probably didn't know, but Archie was first developed as a character in Pep Comics number 22, issued by MLJ. Superhero comics had been popular and trendy in the 1940s until red-headed Archie Andrews appeared in the pages of a comic book in 1941. The character became so successful and popular that the publisher changed his name to Archie Comics. So the sign in the TV show Riverdale pays tribute to that first time that Archie Andrews appeared in the American culture.
Until he gets out, I'm not giving up on him, Jug.
Oh no. That is why I love you, Betty.
Number 7. Stock footage. Do you ever watch the above shots of Riverdale and it just looks like a town you've visited before? Well, you'll be surprised to know that Riverdale shares stock footage with 2 other popular dramas. Stock footage is recorded footage that producers can use from studios without making an entire new series. This is why the outside of a high school can look precisely the same in many different shows, with just the sign being digitally changed. In Riverdale, the overhead shot of the little town has been before applied to Gilmore Girls and Pretty Little Liars. Number 6. The S. In the comics, Jughead is famous for the S on his t-shirts. The show has put that popular S on his clothes, but not everyone noticed that it can also be seen on a few other things. In extension to a t-shirt appearance, the S is on his laptop and it appears on his sweater in a dream sequence in episode 7. The dream sequence made the main character seem more like his comic book match, maybe for a short time, but since then a lot of fans had wondered what the S stands for. Have you guys ever noticed the S before? In a dream, Archie was also seen wearing an R on his sweater. Some said that the S might suggest seaside, as in serpents, just like the R is for Riverdale. What do you guys think?
You didn't do stuff to the body, did you, like, after?
It's called necrophilia, Reggie. Can you spell it?
Number 5. The famous trio. Do you guys remember back when Veronica made Betty attend a dance with Archie and encouraged her to confess to him her feelings? It was all about all of them going to the dance together. This is later followed by Archie's father Fred with his wife and Veronica's mother 10 episodes later. As Veronica, Archie, and Betty step into the dance, Veronica says, "Well, it's not the Met Ball." They all have a blast at the dance, but not a happy ending since Archie doesn't feel the same way as Betty. However, 10 episodes later, Hermione, Fred, and Mary walk into the dance together, and Hermione has the same views as her daughter. Maybe this party is different since Mary and Fred are separated, and she obviously wants Fred to date, but it was really cool for the producers to make this connection. Number 4. Signature colors. It's not only the S from Archie in Riverdale that shows how much attention to details the producers put into the show. Comic books usually clothe their characters in the same tone to keep proportion when various artists take over. Children's programs are also known to do this. Power Rangers, anyone? Well, the same case happens with Riverdale. Cheryl is known for the red, while Betty is recognized for pinks and blues. Veronica is the lady in black and purple. Archie holds to his red and blue, and Jughead can often be seen in green and black. And yet another interesting fact is that when characters aren't in their signature colors, something dramatic happens. Remember Cheryl in white when Jason disappeared? His funeral? Betty all dressed in black when she tortured Chuck? Definitely an interesting detail that only real fans noticed. Number 3. The milkshakes. During the first season of the show, the famous crew appears to make a choice for milkshakes from Pops. Everyone has their favorites. Veronica normally gets something with chocolate, and Betty often goes for vanilla. That highlights their character features. In the final episode of the season, however, the group changes their preferences. Veronica gets her usual chocolate, and Archie, now with her, gets one too. And his first choice was vanilla. When Betty gets vanilla, there's a combined splash of color to it with a strawberry as a decoration. You wonder why? It meets Jughead's strawberry shake order, somehow showing the fans of the show that these pairs are perfect for each other. How amazing is this? Number 2. Jughead's beanie. Jughead Jones only has one beanie in the show, and this is a quite significant part of his character, quite similar to his iconic crown in the comics. And the surprising fact is that Cole Sprouse, the actor who portrays Jughead in Riverdale, only wears one beanie every single day during filming. Appearing on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon, Sprouse let Fallon try on the beanie but advised him not to smell it. The same one still smells like mane and tail, Sprouse told. We did get another one at the end of last season, but it was stolen when I placed it on a lunch table in the scene where Cheryl slapped Jughead, Sprouse added. Number 1. Based on a movie. Most people don't recognize the importance of every episode title of Riverdale, and some truly dedicated fans notice that all of the episodes of Riverdale are the names of old movies. This is not only for artistic goals, because they truly explain to fans what they should expect to happen in the episode. Aguirre-Sacasa told Teen Vogue how much the episode title exposes. We usually work on the episode, and then as we're going to the end of the breaking of the story, we're like, what's the title of this episode? He shared. And then we have a list of provocative titles. Often the stories guide us. If you don't mind spoilers, just look at the upcoming episode titles for Riverdale, and you'll definitely see how much the title gives almost the entire story of the episode. This is the end of our video, guys. Did you know these things about Riverdale before? Let us know in the comment section down below. Make sure you like the video, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more amazing videos such as this.